Hello everyone, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we are making whipped body butter, and we are going to cut the soap that we made on our previous live on Monday. I'm just going to give everybody a moment to get in here. The At It Again is here, welcome. All right. Hi Stacy, welcome. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this cutter forward. I'll show you the soap. So here's the finished block of soap. If this is, this does not want to focus again. There it goes. Okay. So that's how it looks on the top. We got the sides. So we got the pink, the yellow, and then the gray. I believe it goes this way around. Hi, Lorna. Welcome. Welcome, Gretchen. We're just getting ready to cut the soap that we made during the last live stream. I'm just going to get this lined up real quick. And then I'll just give everybody a couple of minutes to let the screen load. And then after we cut this, we'll make the whipped body butter. How's everybody's week going? Busy, huh? Yeah, it's been pretty busy over here too. Been trying to get everything prepared for the lives and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I'm doing great, Lorena. Thank you for asking. Ready for Friday? I bet. Yeah, Friday would be nice. I think we might be doing the Dinosaur Soap on Saturday, perhaps. So, if you want to see the Dinosaur Soap, be here Saturday. All right, let's go ahead and cut the soap. And just making sure that it's lined up. And I think I'm cutting this the right way around. So if not, then we'll have an interesting design. And if so, then we'll have an interesting design. So let's go ahead and pull the first one out. That looks really cool. So we've got that gray-blue swirl there with the pink and the yellow. And then the pretty blue flowers on top. I think that came out really awesome. Just not sure why the camera's not focusing. I mean, it usually gives me a little bit of trouble. Maybe it's just on my end, like on my screen. Okay, here's the second bar. And these are just air bubbles. That's all that is. And here's the other side. And then there's the top. Just reading what you guys are saying. Hi, India. Welcome. We're just cutting this the soap that we made on the last live. And here's the third bar. There's this side. And there's the other side. I think this turned out pretty cool. I like the way the swirls came out. I'm hoping this will focus, but we'll see. There we go. So those are those three bars, and then these are the sample bars here. Sometimes they make cool designs when you put them next to each other. Yeah, they did come out really cute. Yeah. They smell really good too. That fragrance was a good choice. It's a very fresh, clean, um, very nice fragrance. I like that. Okay, so hi Patty, welcome. We're just finishing up cutting these soap bars, and I'm going to clean the soap cutter real quick. And then in a minute here, we will make the whipped body butter. Do you guys have any questions before I move on? Okay. I'm going to move this aside here. Get all the soap crumbs. Okay. A puppy, huh? I mean, I don't see why you can't have a puppy. But you could never just have one puppy. They're really cute, and then you want two, because you got to get them a friend to play with, right? I mean, we have to justify these purchases or acquisitions or pets however we can. All right, so here's the body butter. I've already got it melted. So let me explain the process real quick so you understand why I already have this set up the way I do. So body butter is it's a mix. Mine is cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, tamanu oil, and vitamin E. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, vitamin E. Okay, and oh yeah, the fragrance, of course, and the color. So, since a lot of those are very solid at room temperature, like the butters and the oils. Oh, and we need to unmold this other little bar of soap, so we'll do that too. Anyway, they're solid, so you have to melt them. But when you melt them, they become like very, very liquidy. And if you try to just, whip it at that stage, it's going to take forever because it needs to cool down to become like body butter, basically, for it to turn into what it's supposed to turn into. Well, I don't have like an ice bath or anything I can set this in, so that's going to take a long time. And I don't have a stand mixer, so I had to do it all by hand. So what I do is I melt all the oils and butters down, and then I put it in the refrigerator or the freezer or whatever for a little while until it firms up again. Not completely solid, but just so it's firm, and then I whip it from that stage, because otherwise, we would be blending for like 20-30 minutes, and it already takes a long time in this state. But starting from warm and trying to cool it off, it just, for me, it never quite reaches the right consistency. I'm going to move that aside real quick. So here's the bar that we made with the extra batter. So I'll go ahead and pop that out real quick. And since we didn't have flowers, we used the little blue hearts from the other bar that we made. So that's the top. And there's the bottom and the sides. So that came out really cute. And of course, a little shiny gold top. So there's that. Just glad I remembered this time. Let me just see what you guys are saying. Oh, you can't have puppies where you live? I'm sorry. That's a shame. Oh, that's a really good reason to move, right? Okay. I'm going to move the soaps so that they don't get in the way of the butter. Let me just set them up on the shelf real quick. I'm just setting these up here to cure. And they should be ready pretty soon. All right, so those are set aside. And I'll save this paper. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So far it's very like firm, but not rock hard because it hasn't been completely chilled. So you can see it's still, firm but spreadable. There we go. And then what I do is I just take a hand mixer and blend this up until it gets light and fluffy. And this one is Japanese cherry blossom. And I will be putting it into some little jars, which I've already sanitized. So these are the little jars I put it in. If you've never used body butter before, it's really super rich. You don't need very much because of all the heavy butters and the coconut oil. It's not like a lotion where you need to, use a ton of it. But the downside is it melts. If it melts, it doesn't hurt it. It just, you just have to stick it in the fridge to make it solidify again. But then it becomes more like a solid lotion bar. But there's no wax, no solid wax in here. So there's no beeswax or anything like that in here. It's all the butters and oils, and then the jojoba oil. And jojoba oil is technically a liquid wax, but we use it like an oil. But it's really good for your skin. So, that's why I do not put beeswax in mine. But that means that because there's no beeswax and because it will melt, I can only sell this in the winter time, because in the summer it just turns into a very liquid buttery lotion. And like I said, you can just stick it in the fridge if it does melt. Yeah, Patty, it really is awesome. I like using it because I just need a little tiny bit, and it feels really good. When it absorbs, it makes my hand feel really soft. Yeah, Japanese cherry blossom is a really popular fragrance. And then I'm also going to be making love spell fragrance ones, but that will be for later. All right, so I'm gonna actually let me grab that paper that I had. Okay. I don't know how often I'm going to need the spatula, so we will see. And this is only a half batch size. It's a big container like that. So this is roughly, and another thing too really quick I want to point out is when I go to like stores or other places and I see body butter for sale, a lot of times it's almost all just like filler stuff. I don't usually see anything that has a high concentration of like these butters. And so that's why I make mine the way I make it. It's more than a quarter shea butter and cocoa butter. So like each. Well, I think I should go double check. It's roughly a quarter cocoa butter, cocoa shea butter, and cocoa quarter coconut oil. So this is really, really rich and dense, and you don't, like I said, you don't need to use a lot. Some of the stuff that I've seen sold in like just random stuff sold in stores, it'll be like 2%, and I'm like, well, what good is that? Okay. Welcome, Paulette. All right, so I'm gonna. All right, so this is possibly going to get loud, but I'll do my best to keep it down if possible. I'm going to mix it like at a slower speed at first, and then we'll get it to a faster speed to whip it and get some air incorporated in there, and it might lighten up a little bit in color. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this. I'll try to check chat, but I have to stop what I'm doing to check it. So, just a sec here. Oh, and this is just a regular old mixer. It's not a fancy one or anything. Okay, you can see it's already starting to get a little bit lighter in color. I'm going to scrape down the sides periodically. This is so nice. It ends up looking like icing. But I don't use like fancy piping tips or anything. I just use like a bag and fill the jars with that because you make it look all fancy or whatever, and then, you know, after it ships out, it loses its pretty design anyway. So just double checking what you guys are saying. I need to apply to Paulette. I can't. I don't have my keyboard. Okay, well, never mind. Somebody tell Paulette I said hi. Let me put this in here. There we go. So you can see like we're getting peaks on there, so it's holding up really nice. Thank you, at it again. There's a couple little pieces of like butter that didn't fully incorporate in. I'm gonna have to stir that in a little better. So you can see already it's starting to really get light. And it's really getting fluffy, and we're getting a little bit more volume. But I'm going to keep mixing because I feel like there's some of this melted, butter and oils and stuff that's not fully incorporated yet. I want this to be as smooth as I can get it. But because I melted everything together in the beginning, even little bits, if they don't get fully whipped in, they will still be a blend of, everything already. They're not going to, it's not like one oil. It's a blend of all of them that just didn't melt. Okay, see, now I'm having trouble getting it off because it's really nice and fluffy and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And see the amount that I have here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like melting. So it should pretty much melt into your skin. That's how I like it. So it'll be nice and fluffy in the jar, and then as you're putting it on, it just sort of melts into your skin. Thank you, India. I like this color. This is Amaranth we used it in one of the previous soaps, and I wanted to try it in here. Usually I just use just whatever pink I happen to have, but I wanted to try this one, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. I also mixed in a little tiny bit of Here Comes the Bride. So the Amaranth is from Nurture Soap, and I have links to that down below. Here Comes the Bride is from Mad Micas, and it's a really glittery white, but there's no actual, it's not like glitter, so it's not gritty. It's just a mica, but it's super, super pretty. And I was hoping it would help make this look a little bit shinier. When you whip it up, you don't really see it, but when you put it, sometimes when you first put it on, you can kind of see that there's a little bit of an effect, and then it rubs in and you don't see it anymore. So this will not make you glittery to wear it. It just makes the body butter look nice. I'm double checking what you guys are saying here. Stacy, I know it's like cooking, but you can't eat it. It does add it again. It does look soft. Yeah, Paulette, for sure. This is great when like when my skin gets dry. Sometimes I'll put this on and then put gloves on and go to bed, and it um, feels really really nice. Yeah, like marshmallow filling, exactly, Patty. Okay, let me go ahead and mix this. Okay, so you can see how this almost fills the container now. This is really, um, created a lot more volume. So this will be a nice, like, creamy consistency. I'm going to show you how this looks on the skin. Um, I need a volunteer because I don't want to take my gloves off. Move this over here. I'm going to have somebody come over here to show you what this looks like. Yeah, Patty, rubbing alcohol really will dry out your hands. Okay, so here's what you got to do. You got to put your hand under here like this so we can see it. There you go. And then I'm going to take some of this. Whoops. So here's this, like, this little bit here. And then you can use your finger to rub it in. Yeah, see, it just disappears. It just melts into your skin. Thank you. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are able to see that. Smells good, huh? Yeah, it smells so good. Yes, I have 4 hands now. I mean, it was a secret. I didn't want anybody to know, but I guess now that the secret's out. Okay, so the way I fill my jars is first got to clean this up. Okay, I get one of these, just regular old Ziploc bag of any kind. And the scissors. I knew I forgot something. Okay, let me get scissors. And I just cut an end off the corner. And like I said, I'm not trying to do fancy designs or anything because I'm not too good with icing in that way, so I just don't bother. But also because I find that even when you put a really pretty design in the jar, that after it's been in the jar for a little bit, the design just tends to melt away anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. So I just would, I don't want people to see a pretty design and then when they ship the jar and it doesn't have that really pretty design inside, I don't want them to be disappointed. So that's why I do it this way. I want it to arrive like how you're expecting to get it, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you, Added again. Yes, likes are always appreciated. I'm going to move these out of the way. All right. Also, this needs to be done, like if you're going to make this, you want to make it when it's not super warm in the house. You want to make sure that it's, if you're doing this during warmer months, even if you're just making it for yourself, make sure that the air conditioning's on, that you don't have the heat going. You're not doing this in front of a fire during the winter, because it will literally just like melt as you're working with it. So that's probably the only downside, is that it's a little bit fussy, but I think it's worth it for how good it feels on the skin. And even the ones that I've had that like melted, like they got left in the sun, or sometimes I would take them to craft shows and there'd be one jar that somehow got set on the end of the table that was getting a little tiny ray of sunlight and it started to melt. I just throw them in the fridge and use them for myself, because even if it melts a little bit, it's still just as good as if it wasn't melted. It's just a little less fluffy, that's all. Okay. Welcome in. Let me see what you guys are doing. Foresight? Not me. What are you talking about? International shipments went up 20% again. Man. You know what we're doing? We're all missing out, guys. We all need to start shipping companies. That's where the money is. We'll just call it the Pony Express. No one's ever thought of that name before. And, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to over fuss about getting every drop out because we're doing this live. I don't want to waste too much of your time. And I'll go ahead and close this. That's what you were thinking. Well, I mean, it's great minds think alike or something. At least that's the rumor. I've never been able to test it out. I don't know where the scientific method would come into play on that one. All right, so I've got a corner here. There's 2 corners. Actually, there's 4, but you don't want to cut those. You cut either one, doesn't matter. You guys probably know this. All right, cut that one. All right, so what I'm doing here is debating. I was going to leave them in this box and just fill them, but I don't think you guys can really see what's going on if I do that. So let me just pull out a few of these. Okay. If I need to use more or whatever, I can take more out. Which side did I cut? This one. Okay. And also, yes, while I'm pushing this out, it's going to be melting the stuff that's up here. So I'm going to push as much down as I can so that I do not melt the stuff in the bag. And I'm going to just pull this up here. So we've got this end. I just stick it in here and start filling like that, see? And then I'll take something like a towel or whatever and try to tap it down as I'm filling it. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. And I try to fill them, as high as I can without it leaking out the side of the jar. So that's about as full as I can get it with the lid, and still be able to get the lid on. So go ahead and keep going here. And this type of body butter, this fragrance was a request from At It Again. They asked me for Japanese cherry blossom. So that's how. And I was hoping this would be, once I whipped it up, that this would be a pretty close color to Japanese cherry blossom. I think that's pretty close. So hopefully they like it. There, bubble. Okay. There we are. Just checking what you guys are saying. $110 for a small package, huh? Wow. and a jet. Yes, we'll just fly it out there. Bringing a cowboy. And spurs. Wow. It'll be like Rock Soup, except it'll be like a shipping company. Everybody bring something to add. We can call it rock shipping because we'll sink like a rock. Okay. What else are you guys saying? Yeah, one of the best fragrances. A lot of people are like, yeah, cherry cake frosting. It is. It looks just like frosting. Right, exactly. Lots of cowboys in Oklahoma. This one, Patty, this has shea butter in it. I can make vanilla. And I have made it before. I found that the fragrances that sold the best, this one was one, and lavender sold really well. Lavender is really good, especially if you put this on at night. which I recommend. You know, if you're gonna use this, I recommend using it at night so it can kind of absorb. Okay, this is starting to get a little bit. I don't want it. Basically, I don't want it to melt, so I'm going to stop. But look how much more we still have. I could probably fill the rest of those jars with this fragrance alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it aside. I need to chill that so it can firm up again because my hands are warm. And I will put lids on these. And what are you guys saying here? Dove chocolate tastes way better than their soap does. Oh yes, you're very correct there. Does my body butter taste better than the average butter? I mean, here's what I say. I don't recommend eating it, but I can't stop you. You're an adult. You do what you want. But I would love to hear your opinion. So if you're going to try it, let me know. Maybe I could add that to the description. 9 out of 10 Ians or this to their normal butter or something, you know. And these are the lids that I already sanded. Wouldn't get dirty. Okay. What are you guys saying? Vanilla butter. This is a different kind of vanilla butter. Oh, you guys are talking about horses, yeah? Which scent palette? Which one did you say you liked? Is it the Japanese cherry blossom or the love spell? Or maybe I missed something. Well, she can't hear me, can she? Whoops. There we go. Thank you, Lorna. Yeah, these are not, the reason I put them in these little jars is because you don't need very much, and if you get a big one, a lot of times it'll just be too much. Also, your hands will be really I don't want to say greasy. It's not really greasy because it absorbs in, um, but at first, like when you first put it on, your hands are a little bit slippery, and so I feel like if you have a big jar, you just are at more of a risk of dropping it because it's heavy. And yeah, so but yeah, are these are all, I don't know, they feel good on the skin. I'm trying not to. There's certain things I can't like say about it. Like I can't talk about, you know, medical benefits or anything like that, or health benefits to using it. But so I'm struggling to like say something about it other than it feels nice to use. But if you've used body butter before, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then think of it as like a very concentrated hand lotion. Oh, she said she loves the smell of it. Okay. Okay, well, she will like these then. Oh, that's the heat from my computer is blowing hot air onto this. Okay, so I'm going to have to put these someplace cool for now, and make sure that they don't melt. Hi, June. Welcome. We're making the whipped body butter. These are the little jars we put it in, and this is the bag that I was using to kind of pipe it into the jars. I don't know what point you came in, but my hands were getting warm and starting to melt it, so I had to stop what I was doing so I didn't melt it. I'm going to have to chill it first, and then I can come back and fill some more jars. Right, Patty, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's great at night, and if you do want to use it on your feet, it'll be slippery, so it's best to do it at night, like after you get in bed, put it on and put some socks on or something, and then in the morning, it shouldn't be as slippery. but it feels really nice, and it does just kind of melt. So here's some, even though I've got gloves on, you can see how it just immediately just melts, and it feels really buttery smooth, and it's really, really nice. India, I could probably put it in within the next couple of days. All I have to do is take pictures. Etsy is kind of fussy about making sure that we get, good photos. I'm supposed to also include like a little video. So I'm going to try to get all that done. If I can do it tonight, I will. And then they should be in the Etsy shop after that. But I've already got my solid lotion in there, and um, something else I put in there. Some of the other soaps. Oh, the bath salts are in there. I still have to put the solid perfumes in. I need to take their pictures so I can post them. Haha, Stacey, exactly. Right, exactly. Yep. But it melts at pretty much at body temperature, which is what you want, right? Like you don't want this to you don't want to be, trying to massage this into your skin and having it not melt in. But I will warn you guys, um, when I put these in my Etsy shop, they're depending on where you live, it may arrive melted. There's really nothing I can do if they leave your package in the sun, or if you just live in a warmer climate, like anything south of Canada, it's going to probably arrive a little bit melted, but it won't. Um, it won't affect how well this works. It'll just affect like what it looks like. It'll just look a little bit denser. That's all. And you can just throw it in the fridge. In fact, in the summer, I'll keep mine in the freezer on purpose, because then when I put it on, it's also cooling because it's been frozen. Oh, thank you, India. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's my favorite thing to use. If my skin gets really, really dry, this works better than anything, and it works immediately. But that's just me. That's my personal experience. Obviously, everybody's different. Everybody's skin's different, and this is one of those, hashtag not medical advice, not you know not cosmetic advice, but I love it. And it's got that Japanese cherry blossom fragrance, which I really like. It's a very nice, like a light floral. One of those things. Oh, it smells good. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's really good. If you've tried anything Japanese cherry blossom before, you'll know what I'm talking about. It smells really good. Yeah, 33 degrees exactly. As long as they don't leave it in the sun, I do everything I can to prevent it from melting on the way to you. But yeah, like I said, that's why I only sell it in the winter. Also, for those of you guys who came in a little bit late, let me show you the soap that we cut. So these are the bars. So these were the ones that we made last time with the blue flowers on top. And this is how it looks inside. It's got that really cool gray blue swirl, and then the yellow and pink swirled with it. You can see probably because of the blue flowers, but it really makes your eye pick up this gray. It makes you pick up the blues that are in that gray. So I think it looks really awesome. So that's how those came out. I'm going to set these back on the shelf. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. We were just finishing up making the body butter. We made these Japanese cherry blossom scented. And see if this is cooled enough. I'm going to try filling a couple more. That way, those of you guys who came in late can kind of see. So I just fill these like this, just squeeze it in. And then I'm going to set that down. Then I try to tap out the air so there's not a lot of big gaps. And then squeeze in some more. I try to push all this down so that I don't melt it with my hands. All right. Oops. There we go. And this one. It's like a race against the clock to not melt these. Okay. Okay, that's probably all I can fit in there without it having problems. Okay, I'm going to set that aside again to cool. Have a good night, Stacy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those on these, and also wanted to talk to you guys about what's going to be like little announcements. Um, I'm going to be making the Dinosaur soap on Saturday. That's the plan. And I may also be doing probably at the same time as when I post these. I'm planning on doing like a little Valentine's Day sale because I realized I'm probably going to need to do it in time for you guys to get the stuff. So I'll probably do those at the same time. And I'm going to try to get the rest of my things posted, like the solid perfume and stuff like that. So, and then I will also have another one of these body butters, but it'll be Love Spell scented. I already have it made. I just have to whip it up and put it into jars. I just have to get those. I have to go get the jars. So this is the Love Spell one. It's like a really pretty, like really light bluish green tint. But I'm going to need more jars. So that is that for those things. And then also I want to know from you guys, because I can't, my YouTube doesn't allow me to put anything in the community tab yet. So I want to know what you guys think about, like what you'd like to see me make, or what you'd, what you like from this channel. Like, do you like being involved in the creative process, or do you just like to watch? It doesn't matter what I make. Or do you prefer like stuff like this, like body butters or things, or do you prefer the soap? And if you just leave comments below the video or wherever, letting me know, because I want to know what to plan for the next few months of what products I need to order, what ingredients I need to order, so I can figure out what to make, because the shipping and stuff is really delayed, and a lot of the stuff that, like the ingredients like shea butter and things like I get to make these, they don't even have it a lot of times, the places where I order from. So a lot of times it's a month or more wait to get things. So I figured I may as well ask now and find out what you guys want, so I can order the stuff and have it here by the time I need to start making different things, or whatever. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, Ian, you like being involved. That's awesome. You like it all, Lorna. That's great. I mean, I like it all too, but I'm doing this for you guys, so I want to make sure you guys are enjoying, watching. So I'm gonna put this here. Tap this out. I still have a few requests to make. I still have I still have the orange soap. I have the dinosaur soap. That was a request, and there were a couple others. But pretty soon I'm going to have to start ordering ingredients, basically. So I just need to know what to order, like depending on what you guys want to see. Yeah, Patty, I get both. So like this is cocoa butter, shea butter, and coconut oil. So I use both. I actually have mango butter as well. So I didn't put any mango butter in this, but I do have it. So I use all those things. I'm just trying to figure out like what you guys want. So like if you guys wanted a cocoa butter soap, or a mango butter lotion or something like that, I would need to know what you guys wanted so I could get the materials to make it. Let me see what you're saying. So At It Again says, I really like the soaps we all come together and make, but I also really like when you show us how you make these other things like body butter and salts. Okay. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, India. Let's see here. Educational streams, right. Hopefully it's educational. Oh, Patty. Okay, so I have two kinds of perfumes. One of them is a roll-on, like body, like not body oil. I'm sorry. It's a roll-on like oil, like scented oil perfume. That's already in the shop. The other one is a solid perfume that we made, and I'll go get it. I'll show you. Um, they're in these little tins. All right. See if I can do this. Hopefully, my hands are not greasy from the body butter. Dry off my gloves here real quick. Okay, so I don't know if I can open this with gloves on. We'll see. But basically, it's a little tin like this. So it's like great for your purse or pocket. This does have beeswax in it though, so it won't melt as easily. So you can carry this around with you. It's great if you don't like to carry liquids, or if you're going to like go somewhere on the plane. You don't have to worry about you know them stopping you from carrying liquids. There we go. All right, so that's what it looks like inside, and it's perfume. It smells really nice. This is not a super strong scent. This is something um, we chose the scent during the live stream, and this is a nice one. It smells really nice and pleasant without being overpowering. Cindy Lou, you said you're into the butters. Awesome. Okay. The butters are the butters are so smooth. This is live. Yeah, the butters. I think they're really versatile. I like putting them in things, and I think they really feel nice on the skin. So I too am enjoying using butters. So there's that. I don't know if there's. I think there's enough to fill this last jar. Let me see. If not, then I'll have a sampler jar for myself. Oh, just a second. Oops, there's a big air pocket down there. I'm going to try to get that out. There it goes. Okay, got a little bit more room. Awesome, we filled them all. I'm going to have to buy more. I'm having trouble finding a lot of things like jars and stuff, so that's another reason why I want to know what you guys want, because even like these jars, it might take me a few weeks to collect if I have to order them. Let me see what you guys are saying. Florals, not everything I do is florals, but lately I've been letting people choose what they want during the lives for the fragrances. Since it's close to Valentine's Day, we have been doing a few florals. Let me see. Let's see. What did you say? Edit again says like woods, incense, fruit, masculines like smoke and leather. Yeah, I've done those. I did make the leather and musk soap a while ago. That one's ready to go. I need to put that in the shop too. Um, Let me check what the name of the fragrance was that we put in there, and I could tell you exactly what it is. One sec here, and I'll look it up because as you've seen, my ability to describe a scent to you is just impossible. Okay, let's see. I take my gloves off now that I'm done with that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Oh, I didn't write the fragrance down. Well, um, I'll go back and double check. I'll go back and watch it. I wrote it down, but I didn't write it on the computer, so I have to go find the notebook where I put it, and it's not right here. So, but it probably if it was one of the Valentine's fragrances, it most likely has florals in it. But that one, that perfume is not, like I said, it's not overpowering, so it's not like a super strong floral. And then this body butter is Japanese cherry blossom. I think that's technically considered a floral. Um, but the next one I'm doing, the other body butter I'm doing is called Love Spell. So if you're familiar with that fragrance, that's the one that I'm using in this. And it's like there's a little bit of floral in it, but it's mostly like a really like juicy, fruity, bright um, scent. It's really nice. Ah, he's allergic to florals. Yeah, that would make it really rough. I usually make at least one batch of these that are unscented, but I haven't yet. Patty, was it romance? It may have been. Um, let me think. The Harlequin romance, wasn't that the was it the soap? Let me check. The process of eliminating Harlequin romance was the soap that we just made. Let me check here. I could probably figure it out without going and getting the thing. Maybe. Oh, it's not gonna. You know, it's not gonna let me. I still need to log in. I have to log in to see my order, and I don't have my login info here. This is not my usual place where I sit and do my paperwork. So, yes, the last soap was Harlequin romance. Right, right. Yep. Oh, you're saying that's what we put in that solid perfume, or we may have. We didn't need a whole lot of the fragrance, so it's very possible. I just can't confirm it because I don't have my paperwork with me over here. I'm just checking a couple things again real quick. Well, the bath salts. So the bath salts were both florals. We had one lavender and one rose, and then most of the soaps we made. Let's see. We made the Rainforest Soap, which was a blend of like tropical scents and dirt. We made the Leather and Musk, which has no florals. That's more of a like gender neutral soap. It's a like a scrubby soap. And then we made the um, the blue in three parts soap, which is a like a tropical fruity type fragrance, very good. Um, the Lighthouse soap has hmm, ocean fragrances to it. Uh, that's one of the ones where I will never really be able to fully describe, and they have a really kind of a the fragrance itself. The description of it is like the scent of like all these things that aren't something that you can actually smell. But I mean, it definitely smells like that, but it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know. I have to go look it up. But basically, it's like sea moss and like you could smell like the ocean breeze and things like that. It's I don't think there's florals in that one, but I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. The problem is with most fragrances, they don't tell you what's in it. They don't always tell you, oh, this contains florals, or if it doesn't, and that's the problem. Some of them I know do not contain florals, but then others it's just there's no way to know. Like um, the Lighthouse soap, there's no way to know if they use the floral to get those specific fragrances, the fragrance notes. I know the leather and musk does not have any florals that I can detect anyway. Let me see here. See what you guys are saying. Yeah, Cindy Lou, the ocean one smells really, really good. I may need to make another soap with it. Make another like design out of it. I have a little bit left. Um, fresh linen. The Are you talking about the Lighthouse soap? Nothing. I don't really have anything that smells like fresh linen. I have well, none of the ones that we've used so far in the lives have been fresh linen. But fresh linen probably does have some sort of florals to it if it's trying to smell like the like actual linen, like the fabric softeners and stuff that are used. That probably does have florals to it, but I haven't made anything with fresh linen yet in the lives. But yeah, we will definitely be making stuff. I don't know when, but we'll definitely start making things that have less florals, especially as we move away from the Valentine stuff. Just because not everybody wants the florals. Um, and the body butters, my when I used to make them all the time for the craft fairs and stuff, I usually made rose and lavender. I'd make love spell. There's a few others I made. Japanese cherry blossom was one, but I almost always had a vanilla and an unscented because some people just can't handle the fragrances, but they want the body butter, and some people just really like the vanilla. So probably if you guys, I mean, if you guys like these body butters, I will make more, and I can make them with the vanilla and with the unscented, so that you guys can use it without the florals. Just reading what you guys are saying here. Grass and spring scents for Easter. Yeah, we could do that. Um, right, India. Yeah, it smells like the clothes after they come off the clothesline. What I'm saying is like if you wash the clothes in like detergent and fabric softeners or whatever, and then you hang them up to dry, like fresh linen to me smells to me like detergent. Like anytime somebody's like I bought a fragrance or whatever and it says it smells like fresh linen, that's what it smells like to me. It smells like a floral detergent. But that's just that. But see, that's just me though. Everybody I think interprets the smells differently. You can't share memes in the chat. I'm sorry, Ian. I'm not the YouTube makes the rules. It doesn't let me do anything. Cindy Lou vanilla. Yeah, vanilla is really nice. And Patty, for the grass and spring scents, one of the soaps we made. Let me see which one it was. Let's see. Okay, so the one that we made, not the one with the flowers on top, the one we made before that, with the different like pinks, the purple and pink swirls. That was Wildflower Fields, and that one's a floral, but it has a lot of those green scents, like what you're talking about, the green notes in the scent. So that's one. And I do have some more. I have like bamboo, and I have a couple others that have green notes that we can definitely use, and we can make our own scent blends. We don't have to use just what's in the jar. So that's what we did for the um, tropical soap. Coffee, yep, yeah, we can definitely do coffee soap for sure. I actually have one already. It's in the shop. Um, I used coffee in that. It was kind of funny because it posted on I think it posted on the Canadian thing. Was it Thanksgiving Canadian or was it Canada Day? There was a certain day that it posted on that was funny because I used Tim Hortons coffee in it. Just reading what you guys are saying. No, I don't want a Discord. I got enough social media going. I've got Facebook and Instagram, and that's more than enough for me to try to monitor right now. Oh, also, guys, if you have a channel or if you have social media, if you have, Instagram, anything like that, feel free to leave like a heart in the chat and like the name of your social media so that people can find you and follow you on there. I know that India has one, her India Brady art channel, and a couple of other guys here have a channel. But yeah, definitely, guys. Leave me some comments of what you'd like to see me make. So I've got ideas for like what you guys have said, like some like green fragrances for Easter. You want a vanilla body butter, and I'll have to scroll back through the chat and read the others. A couple others. Yeah, Cindy Lou has a channel. Yep. Let me see here. But also, if you guys want it, not just the fragrances, but also if you guys want to see like certain things, like if you want to see more solid perfumes, or if you want to see um, certain types of soap or anything, leave the comments for sure, and I'll try to get all these things in time for Easter or in time for the um, whatever the whatever happens to be when the stuff arrives, whatever time of year it happens to be. I'm hoping it won't take more than a month or two. And I do have the soap dough made. It's finished, so we can make some more more. We can do more with the designs, basically. You'll see when I make the dinosaur soap. Okay, add it again. That's fine. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I got to get these put someplace cool so that they don't melt. I need them to set up. And then I will work on taking pictures of them and getting them put in the channel. And I'm not in the channel. Get them put in the Etsy shop. And also the same thing with the solid perfumes. I'll go back and figure out which fragrance it was. You might be right. It might be the Harlequin Romance. We might have used that for both, which is fine. Um, yeah, and we will get that made. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, as far as like fragrances go, if you like to have your fragrances last longer, layering them really, really helps. So, for example, I've got the roll-on perfumes in the Etsy shop already, and there's the Love Spell in there, and then I've also got the body butter that I'm going to be making. And if you put the body butter on first and then put on the roll-on perfume, it'll make it last longer. So if you like your scents, your fragrances to last a long time, layer them. So put something, especially if you can get the soap too. Like if I start making sets, we could do like the soap and then like the body butter and then the roll-on perfume, and that'll make the fragrance last a long time. So those are some ideas to get a little bit more out of your fragrances. And good night, India. Have a good night. Yeah, Cindy Lou, the cherry blossom really does smell really good. It's a lot of people really like it. That was a special request by somebody who's getting a jar. So, all right, good night at it again. Thank you, Cindy Lou. I'd love to have you stop by. Let me know if there's anything. And again, you guys, let me know if you want to see me make anything else, um, just so that I can get the stuff in time. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll be making the dinosaur soap. So I'll see you guys all soon. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. Have a great night.